For those who struggled in school, what finally made learning click for you? Ever since I was young, I was the dumb kid in class. I could barely read, had the spelling level of a fourth grader, couldn't understand basic instructions. During group projects, people scrambled to pair up like their lives were on the line, just trying to avoid me. One time a teacher tried to push me onto a pair of students. The girl sighed and turned to her friend. "Let's just do his part for him," she said, instantly giving up on me before I had a chance to try. It was lonely, really lonely. And what hurt the most was the way the other kids teased and laughed at me. Like one time during math class, my teacher held up my math test. "How did you manage to get a 0 and spell your name wrong?" Someone shouted, "Give him a negative," and everyone laughed, even the teacher. And at parent-teacher conferences, they asked my parents, "Have you considered testing him for learning disabilities? He tries his best," Mom insisted year after year. She begged my teachers to try different techniques, to give me chances to grow. "I'm sorry, but no teacher in this building can help him," they said, breaking her heart. And seeing my mom cry while working so hard to defend me just broke me on the inside, so I stopped trying. Because while other diseases could be cured, my stupidity couldn't. Then I met Mr. Hugh, our new substitute teacher, and while everyone warned him about the problem kids like me, he ignored it. What he did notice changed everything. He walked by my table and stared at my notebook filled with diagrams and boxes. "What are these?" he asked. I shrugged. He flipped through the pages curiously. "These patterns. What are you mapping out here?" "Just last night's basketball plays," I said quietly. I closed the notebook and lowered my eyes, readying myself to be humiliated again in class, but he was quiet. I got up to leave, but he stopped me. "Wait," he said. "Show me how this works." He gently took the notebook and opened it up to the second half game from last night. That's where the point guard cuts through the defense and the center pushes through the screen. He smiled, nodding his head like he was impressed. "I coach youth basketball on weekends. I could really use your help." I stared at him, shocked. "Didn't you hear that I was the dumb kid? Why would you want my help with anything?" "Your eyes. I think you see something special, kid. So how about it? Saturday 9 a.m.? I said yes, thinking I could at least have a good excuse being away from all the yelling about how dumb I was at home. What I didn't know was that this was the cure I was waiting for all my life. We drew up the plays on the board after watching the kids play. "Explain to me why some things worked and others didn't," he said. So I did. I talked about angles, timing, how you had to watch the defender's hips because feet can lie, but hips always tell the truth. I spoke to him about the timing, positioning, how the players changed the pacing of the game. Mr. Hugh got up and wrote out formulas and scientific vocabulary on the whiteboard. "You just explained vectors, probability, and physics," he said. "No, I didn't." "Yes, you did. You just don't know it yet, but we'll get to that part next," he said, his voice more excited than before. After that, our lessons completely changed. Mr. Hugh taught parabolas using free throw arcs. He explained statistics through player efficiency ratings. He wrote equations using basketball scenarios. If Curry shoots 43% from 3, but 38% when defended tight, what's the probability? And suddenly I got it. I actually understood it, and I cried. "Wipe your tears, kid. We're just getting started." He added other subjects in. History became about the integration of the NBA and the civil rights movement. English essays were game analysis. And for the first time in my life, everything made sense. Like the fog in my head suddenly cleared up. So one Monday, I raised my hand to answer a question and got it right. The whole class went silent. One guy even clapped his hand like he'd just witnessed a miracle. "You're not dumb," Mr. Hugh told me. "You were never dumb. Your brain just speaks basketball." And we finally translated it. The next parent-teacher conference was different. My parents walked in already apologizing. "We know he's struggling, but he's trying his best. He'll improve. We're working with him every night and we're saving up for a tutor." Mr. Hugh raised his hand, smiling. "Your son is brilliant." My parents froze. "I'm sorry. Are we talking about my son?" Mr. Hugh turned to me. "Explain to your parents how trajectory affects shooting percentage from different court positions." I lit up. I explained how Curry's corner 3 percentage was higher than from the top of the key because of the angle and distance. I got into force vectors, release angles, even how defender positioning changed the math. My parents just stared. They were watching their dumb kid explain advanced concepts they didn't even understand. He's solving problems even my accelerated students struggle with. My mom burst into tears, pulling me into a tight hug. "We always believed in you, baby. We're so glad someone else finally sees it too."